very hard on extra hang time on his punts this year. That's exactly what he hit. Khalif Raymond to the 28, looking to pick up some blocks. Beautiful tackle at the 33-yard line. The rookie, Jordan Whittington, made a terrific special teams play. Earned the job as a gunner. Rookie from Texas got it done. And here we go with Jared Goff and the Lions trying to get a field goal to tie or a touchdown to take the lead.
And Mike, this is utter exhaustion time if you're a player on opening night. There's no way you're in shape to play all 4 quarters yet because you didn't play much in the preseason. So 2 tired sets of athletes out there going head to head right now.
Jahmyr Gibbs the back. The Lions will run it first time with Gibbs to the 36. He'll pick up 5 and we get 2. A 2-minute warning. Lions have 2 timeouts, 2nd and 5. And Goff in the middle of the field's got the tight end Laporta to the 46. Plus, it's a hit. And that will take him into field goal range.
No doubt. Helmet to helmet shot. The young rookie Cameron Kitchens.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 26. That 15-yard penalty will be added to the result of the play. Automatic first down.
Take the ball to the 31-yard line.
Mike, I don't know what the strategy was for this game, but I would bring Amon-Ra St. Brown back inside with Sam Laporta. We haven't seen a lot of production out of those 2. They're their 2 best clutch receivers. Give them a chance to work together. They're on the same side of the field now at the top of the screen.
Minute 53. Rams have all 3 timeouts. Lions have 2. Goff will swing it. Gibbs has got some blockers. Jahmyr Gibbs to the 21-2-yard line. I beg your pardon. As he rolled up on St. Brown. Clock continues to go. Minute 40 remaining in regulation.
And now you have to start thinking about the Rams and whether or not Sean's going to start calling some timeouts. 2nd and short. Detroit very wisely here, just going back to the huddle. They want to burn what they can. Actually, not picking up a first down there helped, assuming they make the first down.
2nd and 2 with 2 timeouts. Everything available to Ben Johnson, the play caller. Jamison Williams in motion. Goff searching, throwing end zone. Gibbs goes down, incomplete. As he was trying to get to that open space, and Goff lofted it. It's 3rd down. Remember, the Lions have a rookie kicker in his first game.
Gibbs out there, and he sort of got bumped around a little bit and tried to figure out what to do with that one and just lost his footing for a touchdown.
The rookie kicker is Jake Bates, making his NFL debut. Lions struggled with the kicking in the regular season, were good in the postseason. Michael Badgley got injured during camp. Bates got the job. 3rd and 2, gonna try and get it on the ground with Gibbs. Turns it up, got it, first down. And he went out of bounds, so the clock stops with a minute left, but it's first down Detroit at the 20-yard line.
That was a great effort by Gibbs, wasn't it? I wasn't sure he was going to get there or not. We know about the speed. Great effort by Curl, but not enough. It's so interesting.
Okay, so what are they reviewing? If his arm is in bounds, perhaps?
Then he would be down and the clock would keep running, right?
Forearm down. With the elbow. Bring Terry McCauley, 3-time Super Bowl referee, our rules analyst. Terry?
Yeah, Mike, it does appear his forearm goes down before he goes out of bounds, so it will change it to a running clock. There'll be a 10-second runoff unless one of the teams uses their timeout to avoid a 10-second runoff.
Which, if I was the Rams, I would use, wouldn't you, Chris?
I think so, too, but are you going to make it too easy for him to score a touchdown on you? You know what I mean? Are you helping, hurting? It's a tough call. It's not an automatic, but I do think that they have to put the pressure back on this Lions offense and make them go for the touchdown.
It was determined that it was a catch, but that the runner was down in bounds. The clock will be adjusted accordingly.
And after the Houston-Indianapolis first half today, let's see if this is done slowly and clearly communicated to both teams as to the no timeout taken and the status of the clock, which should start once it's ready for play.
But the play ended at 1:02. There will be a 10-second runoff. Please set the game clock to 52 seconds. Please set the play clock to 30 seconds. Both clocks will start on my ready for play signal.
There you go. Both clocks will start. Important to communicate that.
Thank you.
That rule, the 10-second runoff with that replay review in the last 2 minutes, cost the Lions a game once in this building. So very well aware of that.
And Detroit has a couple of timeouts as well. So plenty of time for them to do anything they want.
It is 1st and 10 from the 20. It's Goff throwing inside. St. Brown slipped and put the ball in harm's way with Quentin Lake right there. 2nd and 10.
Tell you what, that was a heck of an effort by St. Brown to just knock that ball down. I thought there was going to be an opportunity. He slips. He has no chance to catch it, but watch the double effort here to just get his hand on it and make sure that Lake did not pick that off. That was close.
St. Brown and Khalif Raymond go to the top of the screen. Williams and Laporte to the bottom. Goff throws, crossing. It's Williams at the 14. He's taken down by Lake. Marking at the 15. 29 seconds. Clock continues to go. Dan Campbell's down there. Neither team takes a timeout. Now Campbell does with 23 seconds remaining. Such interesting use of timeouts and decisions here. How many shots do you have at the end zone? Will it be in the foot of Jake Bates to tie the game?
So now if they don't pick up this first down, now you'll see the Rams take the timeout, so they'll have something left on the clock to work with for the field goal.
And they've got Joshua Carty, the kicker from Stanford, who has made a 60-plus yarder his college days. So a lot going on both ways here.
In this building.
That's Bates, the Lions kicker, who's made it in this building. They've both made 60s in a past life.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the Lions. My bad.
I was just saying, you were already ahead on the Rams getting it back, so I went twice as far with it.
That's what I did.
All right, let's see what the Lions will try to do here. They can get a first down inside the 10. Laporte in motion. Goff. First looks are covered. Comes back incomplete to Gibbs. So now with 20 seconds left, it is up to Jake Bates to try to tie the game. So Bates didn't kick field goals and extra points in college. A year at Arkansas, a couple years in Texas State. He was the kickoff specialist, and then the guy who played mostly soccer in his early college days at Central Arkansas. Got to the UFL, the Spring League, and here in this building played for the Michigan Panthers and was very good. Here he is to tie the game from 32 yards. And he does. 20-20 with 17 seconds remaining. So Bates hits his first pressure kick. You asked for the kick in this building, Chris?
I guess.
Well, here it is. It was 64 yards. It was to win the game, too. It was the second longest in pro football history. Time Matt Prater was Justin Tucker in this building. Kicked a walk-off 66-yarder for the Ravens in 2021. And there he is tonight. A lot shorter, but just as important.
You know what? It was so interesting because we were talking with Dan Campbell about Bates, and he was going, it just doesn't bother him. Like if he misses a kick, it doesn't bother him. And it was, is he a perfect kicker, or are we going to have to live with some growing pains? Yeah, but that's going to happen to us. But here he is in the first game, the guy who really doesn't look upset when he missed the kick, calmly just knocks it through with all the pressure in the world and everybody in the country watching.
So I've tied it at 20, 17 seconds left. And dynamic kickoff. They'll ask Bates to kick it to the end zone and come out to the 30. Melissa.
I talked to Jake Bates right before the game. He very focused, all business ahead of his NFL debut, and I asked him if he was going to be having flashbacks to that 64-yard field goal, and he laughed and said, not really. I think I'll just be trying to stay in the moment, and he was.
Yep, it was half the distance, 32 yards. All even at 20. And Matthew Stafford, who can get yards in chunks and has had some late game heroics in this building during his Lions time. Can he get him downfield to give their rookie kicker, Joshua Carty, a chance to win the game? From the 30, Stafford, pressure, throwing downfield, is it intercepted? No! Carlton Davis couldn't bring it in. Whoa! Davis down, and the athletic training staff out to look at him quickly. And the Rams trainer's doing a solid, making sure he's okay.
That is a game-changing play.
Yep, no doubt. Because that gives them the ball at the 45-yard line and maybe 20 yards away from a game-winning field goal attempt.
That's right.
So because of the injury in the last 2 minutes, the Lions had a timeout, so that'll cost them their last one. And now, Chris, they'll have 2 rookie corners, the guys they drafted, on the field in this key spot as Ennis Rakestraw will come in.
Yeah, and this is always an interesting question, right? I mean, do you throw up the Hail Mary and tell your guys, look, worst case scenario, make the tackle on this thing down there. But if you catch it, you line up, call timeout, kick the field goal. I mean, this is the time you have to do it right now if you want to take a shot. The other thing that's always possible here are those sort of catch and run plays where they push off the ball and somebody runs in behind and you run as far as you can to have some shot at kicking a long field goal.
Because if you can get 30 yards to the 40, you're going to take a swing at it with Carty.
Yeah, so sometimes Hail Marys, sometimes deep crossing routes in this situation, which the alternative may be for Aaron Glenn. Let's go put pressure on him. Don't let Stafford stand back there and pick us apart.
11 seconds remaining. Kyron Williams out there, so it's emptied. Here come the Lions, bringing 4. Stafford steps up. He almost lost the ball. Hutchinson brings him down, and that'll send us to overtime. This is a cool picture. These are the 2 guys traded for each other. #1 picks on each other's side. And cool stuff.
All right, gentlemen, this is overtime. We're going to play 1 overtime period up to a maximum of 10 minutes. Each team will get an opportunity to possess the ball unless the opening drive ends in a touchdown, a safety, or a team were to possess the ball for the entire 10-minute period. Fourth quarter timing rules will be in effect. Each team will get 2 timeouts, and all replays will be from upstairs. Los Angeles, you're the visitor. This is the coin I'm going to flip. This side is heads. The side with the A is tails. What is your call? Heads is the call. It is the tails. Detroit has won the ball. Which way do you want to pick? Detroit has won the toss and will receive on this end.
Just that visual is cool. Those 2 guys standing out there in a place that's meant a lot to both of them. Let's see some more football. Lions get it first. I'll leave it at 20. Over to our SNF storylines on this first Sunday of the season. Matthew Stafford, big numbers, had 1 key pick down in the red zone, but he is reconnected with Cooper Kupp, looking healthy, looking good, tying a career high with 14 grabs. All important with Puka Nacua out. On the other side, Jared Goff and the Lions offense stymied a little bit in this second half, but he did have the 1 touchdown, the big 52-yarder to Jameson Williams. 2 years in a game in his career, and this is the best night of his young NFL run. All even at 20. Lions get it to start overtime. We had 13 overtimes in the NFL last regular season. None of them ended in a tie. We also had OT in the Super Bowl. Lions will get this at the 30-yard line.
Mike, you know what I would do here? Jamison Williams is having a huge night, right? And he already has a double move touchdown against Tre'Davious White. I would go get him lined up on that. I would make a really bad double move and have him sprinting down the field and stop a little bit of a comeback route. I think that you would see White give him a ton of room, and it would be an easy throw. It's probably why they don't have him in the game now.
David Montgomery is the back. Fake it to him. Get it into the hands of Raymond. Khalif Raymond. First down to the 42. Lions start a little bit of misdirection there to begin this overtime drive. Touchdown, and they win the game.
It's such a good play call, isn't it? I mean, you're talking about Ben Johnson. It's overtime. You know they're going to be hyped up. These young players on the Rams defense, and you go reverse right off the bat. Get them to slow down just a bit.
Coming out with their big people, 3 tight ends, including Hesse, the fullback. Motions back to lead the way. For the run for Montgomery. Into the secondary. Montgomery to the 37-yard line. Big run of 21 for David.
When the game's on the line, let's make sure Penei Sewell's involved. We're going to go right at him, secure the double team, up to the linebacker on the next level. There he goes. And David Montgomery comes up big when it matters most. I love watching Penei Sewell play. I think he's one of the really good players in the league.
Gains of 12 and 21. It is Montgomery. Bouncing off tackles. Will not be denied. First bangs him down. Gain of 9 to the 28.
Great combination of speed and power. He's going to get right there and break a tackle from the big guy, Kobe Turner, and then just stayed with it. I mean, these Detroit Lions, they talk about grit, but they play with grit.
We've done a lot of since in this building in our visits here. The Lions haven't won an overtime game since 2016 at Minnesota. From the 28, Goff swinging. Jahmyr Gibbs running. First down inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. Again, a touchdown wins the game, and the Rams will never touch it.
You start thinking about it, right? You start thinking, how much do you need before you're going to go line up and kick it? You start thinking about which side do you want your kicker to be able to kick it from, but it's coming so easily right now. I don't think you'll see them take big chances. I just think they'll play under control till they get the third down and maybe kick it then.
Try to score. Don't let the Rams have a chance to even touch the ball. Gibbs with blocking to the 15-yard line. He is pulled back.
Now, obviously, got to have the touchdown here, going all the way down.
Second and 7 here as Gibbs comes out, and you pointed it out, Chris. What's the strength of your team? You're a power team, and they showed, even though it was a reverse in there, use that offensive line here at this point in the game.
They typically, when they really need it, they go right.
Second and 7. Inside run, Montgomery close to the first down. Might be just shy, but needed to get to the 8. The third down here. If they happen not to get the third down, be interesting. Does Dan Campbell go for it on 4th down in overtime down here?
Yes.
They're getting the push. You talked about it. Game 1 of the season, some tired bodies. 1 for the first down, 9 for the touchdown. Montgomery, first down Detroit, the 5, the 4, the 3, to the 1-yard line. Sean McVay think about a timeout here to give his defense a chance to catch their breath.
I mean, it is just utter exhaustion, and when you're getting pushed backwards like that, there's no reason to do anything but. They're just going to all slam down inside and try to push the Rams defense in.
Timeout, Rams. Just to give his guys a shot.
Timeout, Los Angeles, their third. This will be a
exhaustion on the Rams side. And we talk about a season of expectations for the Lions. They're supposed to be really good. You're supposed to take care of your home games. It's a playoff caliber team in the Rams. But if you think you are that good, you take the ball, you go behind your strength, you go down the field. And Detroit's a yard away from win number 1 of the season.
They are not taking David Montgomery out of this game.
First and goal from the 1.